Hello and welcome to History 1123 VA1. This is Western Civilization 2 online. My name is Eric Bevo. I'll be your instructor this semester. I just wanted to go over a couple of very important things for you to be accomplishing over the next day or two to help get you oriented in the class. On the course homepage, and I have myself set up as a student so it looks like what you see, that there's a list of things I have on the home page for you to accomplish during these first couple of days of class. One is to read the syllabus. If you click on that link right there, it will take you to the course syllabus page. If you click on this introduction module here, it will take you to the modules. Online courses run through modules. Many students tend to get hung up over this to-do list over here, when in reality your course should be running through modules. It's how the course is organized. So I'll show you that in a minute. So the introduction module takes you to the modules where you can see information about proctored exams, about my information and contact policy, things to make sure that your computer meets the minimum computer requirements. I will show you in just a second how to get to your textbook, and then complete your assignments in the course introduction module, and I have those listed right there. If you scroll on down, there's some important dates. Classes began August 21st, last day to withdraw November 3rd, last class is December 1st, and our grades will be posted December 4th. This is a 16-week class. It is a full-term class, so we will be at it for the next few months. Let's click on syllabus, and the syllabus will open. This is your course syllabus. This is my information. Okay, it has my information here. Some very important very important information about how important email is. Okay, the course information, the course objectives. Okay, again, the withdrawal dates are there. And then grading, how you're graded. Course is broken down into these 5 units. Your homework assignments, your discussion and essays, and your exams make up how you earn your grade in this class. So make sure that you look over that information. Proctored exam requirements, extremely important. The proctored exam system has changed a little bit in the past semester. So if you're new to online, or if you've taken online in the past, then you might want to make sure that you read this information about the proctored testing information and its requirements. Okay, notice it is your responsibility to secure an appointment. All right, complete each exam before the due date listed. So I have nothing really to do with proctored exams. It is your responsibility to make sure that you get those done as soon as possible. Grading scale is there. Makeup work is there. Okay, I take attendance based on you turning in your work on time. So late work is not one of those things that's really going to make me very happy, because not only is it going to earn you zeros, but it also will earn you absences, and that is not good. So make sure that you turn in your homework on time every week. The testing information is here again, and all of our assignments are on Canvas. Now, let's go over here and take a look at modules. And remember, I told you that the course runs through modules. So Heinz information is here. Okay, help and support student success in our distance learning guide, which is really important. Make sure that you click on that and look at that. It has in the distance learning guide, okay, details about textbooks, but course attendance is right here, proctored testing is right here, the withdrawal policy is right here, netiquette, how you behave online is here, and the ADA statement is here as well. So I would make sure that I looked over that stuff very carefully. Let's go back real quick to the modules. Okay, so that's there. This you think is just the syllabus again, but it's not. Okay, so let's click on that. Let me show you. Syllabus documents below. If you click on this, you're going to go back to my syllabus page. But in the modules, there's also a link to the Heinz Standard Syllabus, which contains, again, the attendance policy, academic honesty, ADA non-discrimination, emergency procedures, video surveillance, all right, mental well-being, where you have some mental health information that's really important too. For you all, attendance policy is by far the most important. So if you click on that, it takes you into the attendance policy where you can scroll through. This is an online course. Attendance is recorded weekly, depending on term length. In this class, it'll be done weekly. Requires completion of any online content related assignments in order to be counted absent, or excuse me, in order to be counted present. So you must make sure that you complete all of your assignments on time. An explanation about what absences are, how you receive a notice of absence. If you have been absent for 12% or more of the total class meetings, you will receive a notice of absence in your email. And then the chart, so let's take a look at this, okay? This is a online class, okay? And so essentially, okay, you do not have a whole lot of chance for being absent, okay? This is, we're talking 3 or 4 here before you're really going to get in trouble. So make sure that you look over this absence policy. All right, let's go back to modules real quick. So that information is up there for you. You need to make sure that you look over that stuff before you start to try to complete some of these assignments, especially your orientation survey, okay? You also have a discussion. If you click on that, it will take you to the week 1 discussion where I ask you to do several things, and then you, once you do that, okay, you know what, if you've never done a discussion board, all right, here's what I want you to do. You click on reply here, and a text box will open, and you can put your information in there, and then click post reply, and it will post to the discussion board. So you need to make sure that you complete that assignment. And there's also an assignment here about how you're going to use Inquisitive, and I will show that in just a second. Okay. Textbook information, just how to get started, and some support information is right there. But when you get right here, all right, this is really, each chapter has a link basically to each chapter in the textbook. So basically when you get to your module here for chapter 15, which is our first chapter, if you will click on that, it will take you to your textbook. Now I have myself as a student here, so I hope that this will actually work. Okay. And it will ask you a couple of things once you get in there. But once you click on that, it will move you into, and now you're in your chapter, and you can begin your reading. Okay. The chapter actually has a grade attached to it. And if you scroll on down, okay, you will kind of see that there are, as you're doing it, it won't show up for me, okay, right now. But as you're doing it, there will be some questions, some multiple choice little questions that pop up, essentially are asking you about some of the content that you've been reading. That will basically go into where I can see that you have answered those questions, and that you have basically gone through your chapter reading. And so that will actually give you a chance just simply to earn a homework grade, basically by just reading your chapter and going through the process of reading. So those will show up. Now we'll go back to modules. Okay. Each module has a link to your chapter, but it also has some author videos that you can watch on your own. It has an outline that you can use. I would print that out maybe and take notes from my reading as I went through. You can also highlight in your textbook as you're going through if you want to do it that way. But you need some way to kind of organize some of this material as you go through it. Because when you get time to take your test, you have this big jumble of information, and it's hard to make sense of if you're not organizing it as you go. So my suggestion would be to print out the outline. All right. Some people print out the PowerPoint so that they can take notes next to the slides. It's up to you. All right. But you need to find a way that you take notes, that you kind of make some records of some of the things that you think are important as you go through your reading. That way you can really study that stuff when it comes time to study for the first exam. Each chapter also has, or each chapter as we go through basically has 3 assignments. Okay, there's a discussion board that you will participate in. I usually put up some videos or some documents that you'll watch and then comment on, and that will count as part of your grade. There's a quiz, of course, that I would not take until after I've read the chapter, of course. All right, that you can do. Each quiz you get 2 attempts on, and it'll take your best score, but I would make sure that I'd read the chapter before I took that. But each chapter also has an inquisitive assignment. This comes from our publisher. So if you click on that, it will take you into an inquisitive assignment. And it has information. If you've never done inquisitive before, there's a little video that'll pop up and show you how to do it. You should have already done an assignment about how to do it. So we want to start answering questions. And essentially what the inquisitive is going to do is ask you questions about your reading in the textbook. Okay? So it asks me to identify the correct definition of absolutism. Well, I absolutely know the answer to this, and so I'm going to turn this up, which means I'm going to get more points if I get the answer correct. Down here, it tells you what you need to do. Okay, you must answer at least 13 questions to receive a grade. Okay, and so you want to, and it's also going to set a goal for you of how many points that you need. So you've got 13 questions to get to that goal. The more you know, okay, then you can turn this up and you're going to get more and more points. But if you miss it, you're going to lose those points. Okay, so this is absolutism, political theory that focuses on shared power. That's nope. Political theory that emphasizes complete power of the Pope in European affairs. That's nope. A political theory that encouraged rulers to claim complete sovereignty. Well, that's absolutely right. So we're going to click on that one. It tells me, woohoo, I got it right. Notice I got 100 points, all right, for answering that one correctly, but I still have a 0 for my grade because I have to answer 12 more questions. Okay, so let's answer our next one. Okay, define mercantilism. Okay, well, I absolutely know what mercantilism is, so I'm going to keep this high. Okay, economic theory focused on reducing imports and increasing exports. Well, that's absolutely correct. We're going to click on that one. And boom. Now notice, sometimes it gives you kind of a little video to watch to make sure that you know what mercantilism is. So it's just trying to reinforce some of these important things in the chapter. All right, next question. Okay. Main causes of European warfare between 1680 and 1713 focused on English efforts to challenge European rivals. I have no idea. So I'm going to turn this way down because I have no idea. So if I miss it, I'm not going to lose a whole lot of points. Okay? Let's just say I really do have no idea. I can click right here and the textbook will open. Or in this case, even a video will open. That I can go and make sure that I know, all right, why these things happen. So it's going to open up kind of near where that's going to be. Okay, all right. So describe how the wars between. All right, so that's really what it's trying to get me to kind of go and look at. Okay, so I want to get to 518 here because this is where that is. All right, so this is where that information should be. So let's just take a wild guess since I said I don't know. Okay. Let's just say true. Uh-oh, I missed. Okay. So, of course, I'm going to try again, and the answer is going to be false. It tells me to go to that page to get that information. Okay. But I want to close this out. Of course, I want to show you what happens. Okay. All right. Notice that I lost some points. Okay, because I turned that way down though, okay, I only lost a little bit, okay, because I didn't know it. So next question. Now make sure that you go back and change it if you know the answer to this. Identify characteristics of the Dutch Republic. So you can answer this, all right, anyway. You can get help here, okay. So let's just see how I do here. I think that one's right. Okay. I think that is wrong. I think that's right. And I think that's wrong. Oops, I missed it. Okay. So notice it tells me, go back again. Okay. I got to put that up there. But I still got some points. Okay. Not very many, but I still got some points because I got some of it right. Okay. Notice my number to answer is going down. Okay. So you still need to make sure that you sort of get to your goal. You got to answer at least 9 more. Okay. You need to get to your score up here. You want to make sure that once you get your 9 questions done, that you are complete. Okay. And so it's going to continue the same thing, okay? That is false. That is true, okay? So, again, I'm back on the upward curve here, okay? Next question, okay? Well, I absolutely know this because I'm going to watch a video about it, okay? So, let's say France grew in power, Russia grew in power, Britain grew in power, Prussia grew in power, okay. Spain lost power, okay. The Dutch Republic, let's say they declined in power. Sweden, I have no idea, but I'm going to say they grew in power. Oh, I missed, okay. So I have to try again and put Sweden down here, okay. So notice how I'm kind of cruising along here, okay. My numbers are going down. What it's trying to do is to force you to interact with the textbook, okay, to make sure that you are reading, that you are comprehending. People that do this and actually spend some time on it and do well on it find that they see very similar questions, not exact, but they'll see similar types of questions on their quiz. So essentially what you're doing by kind of playing this little game here is you're improving your chance of doing well on your reading quiz. Okay. So every chapter has an inquisitive, every chapter has a reading quiz, every chapter has a discussion board. So let's click on that real quick because I want to point out a couple of things. Okay. I ask you to watch the crash course here about absolutism. After watching, all right, discuss the basics of absolute monarchy. How do these monarchs, including Louis XIV, consolidate and expand their power? Craft at least a 250-word post. That's minimum. All right. If you want to not do well on your discussion boards, then turn in one that's lower than 250 words. All right. This is a minimum. You must write that much. Okay. Then, once you've completed your discussion, comment on at least 2 of your fellow classmates' posts. Okay. There is in the course materials, all right, in the Hines materials, a statement about artificial intelligence. Okay, I will put my own statement of artificial intelligence up about how you use it in this class in the announcements in the next day or 2. But if you use essentially artificial intelligence to answer these questions, because I will randomly pick ones that look like they have been generated by artificial intelligence, run them through the checker, and if I find that you have used artificial intelligence, that you've used Chat, GPT, and other things, then you will earn a 0. Okay? I want these to be your thoughts. It's the only way that you're going to get better in this class and understand the materials if you do the work, not the chatbot. So I will randomly check to make sure that people are not using AI to answer these questions. As we go through the chapters, each chapter also has some resources for you to use. All right, remember there's author videos, there's the outline, there's the PowerPoint, there's flashcards to use when you're studying, okay? And so that's the way each of these chapters is organized. Okay, when we get down to, after we finish chapter 17, you'll take your first exam, which is a proctored exam. So make sure that you understand what proctored is. This will be the exam that you will take in the proctored lab. But there's also a part of the exam that you'll be taking on your own, that you will write the answers to these essays that you will not have to be at the proctored lab to do. And that's going to count as part of your proctored exam grade. But these essays, again, just like I told you, will be run through the plagiarism checker to make sure that you are not using outside help to get help with these essays. I want these essays to be your own. Okay, that's a lot to kind of digest in the first few minutes, but this is all here. This is where you're going to see this stuff. Okay, so this is really kind of the launching ground for this. Make sure that you go and take a look at some of this material and you start to work on some of this stuff. Let's have a great semester. Good luck to all of you.